Yes, yes, yes. I welcome to another satsang with Auset. Thank you for joining I. So today's question is, what happened when the I transition from this body? So so many ones are going through this transitions, of all the things, all the changes that are happening right now, moving the world into balance. And many of the I and I are not really fully understanding, and so one wants answers. And so I want to say, hail, hail to the I Self Supreme, one true self, unmanifest, non being, stillness, primal light. Hail, hail to all the I and I selves in alignment to restore balance to I. I am victorious. I am triumphant. I am victorious. I am triumphant. Hail, hail to all the I and I selves wearing bodies. Thank you for joining. I thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for wanting to know more. So, I want to say hail to the I Self Supreme, all the I and I Self, all the I and I Parent Self, um, moving this world into balance. All the hail to all the I and I Self wearing bodies. It is time for the I to come to self knowing. And so, all is myself, and I am one with all. And so, because there is one self, and many are having the confusion, like I was, didn't understand, how the I self is um, making a fractal of itself and doing all of this so that the I can be in this body, but yet still the I self. There's so many aspects of the I self. And so, because this duality mind has just confused us, and it is so hard for ones to really understand. And so, from that which I arise, that which the I return. So, I want the I to know that the I don't need to worry about heaven and hells and all of these things, because these things, heaven and hell, was a part of the duality. That when the gods are saying that I am, if you don't give me your soul, I'm gonna put you in hell. Put you in hell is literally mean when no one someone is putting you in hell, they are giving you a hard time. They are fighting you. They are having a battle with you, and and just allowing a lot of bad things to happen to you. So this is what is represented by this hell, that one of the gods who is playing that character as the devil is now coming to torment you and give you a hard time. So this is what is putting you in hell in, right? Because because of this, many ones are having fear of going to hell and these things. But it's really just this really just someone torturing you and giving you a hard time. Um, and that's really what that is about. So the eye is really not going to a place called hell. Is really the torture that one is in have to endure from that which wants your soul and you don't give it. So there's no need for the eye to have fear, right? Because from that which the eye arise, to that the eye will return. Okay? So no fear is required. You just now have to come into realization of yourself. And even if you don't come into realization of yourself, that all of this is you, all the existence is you. Even if you don't come to this realization, you will still return back onto that which you rise from. So you know what I'm saying? But it's a best it's the best thing for all the INIs to come to this realization, you know. But if the I don't come to the realization that the I don't need to seek anything other than the I self to remove this ego, the disguise that the eye is wearing that is blinded the eye, covering the eye, eyes the eye cannot see, the eye is moving around in darkness. There's no light, right? So do not have fear. Trust that, yeah, yourself that is not sleeping is holding you always, visible to you, holding you. It's because of the duality. Because remember that all aspect of the existence is the I self. Every aspect of this existence is the I self, right? So there is no reason for the I to not trust in the I self, and just seek yourself, call the soul. I know that many ones have had encounters with many of the I in duality state, called the gods, the ancestors, the deities, and they have told you lots of lies to trick you only because they want your light. Excuse me, and they want to use you. So you know how the scammers are, right? Remember, we have a lot of scammers in the world. Why we have so much scam in the world? Because this mind, this device, the consciousness that the eye is wearing, right? It is always making up stories, using imagination. One is always trying to think of trickery and deception. And so because of this problem, one is always trying to deceive. It is the same thing with all of the gods, because they are also wearing this the same mind that you are wearing. They also have the same mind. Jesus is wearing this same mind, this same consciousness that you are wearing. Jesus is wearing the same thing. Allah, Krishna, all of them, they are mind being. They are 100% protons. They are magnetic, right? They are the magnetic aspect of the existence. They, their light is being obscure, right? You, on the other hand, wearing a body, you have a light that allows you to not stumble in darkness, and that light yourself is called the soul, right? And so everyone tried to trick you to get it from you. So this really just a big scam. This scam has been going on for eons, right? Look at the world. Everywhere you go, someone is trying to scam you, because everyone is wearing this same duality mind. This duality consciousness is a scammer, the biggest scam. So the gods are no different. All the deities are no different. They just have a sneaky way. The only thing is that they are not wearing a body. If they were wearing a body like this, then you will be looking at them like that. So they're invisible to you, right? It's the I self. It's the I self, right? Is doing this in the duality state of existence, in the sleeping, dreaming state, right? So all of this is an aspect of the dream. It's a part of the delusion to keep you entranced in the dream, so that you will not come to your true self knowing. You will not come to your true self knowing. So this is the reason why the eye have to stay vigilant, right? And be confident to know that from that which the eye arise, to that the eye will return. All right. So I know it is very seem complex for all the eye and I to understand this, but though I have shared this in many videos, how the eye self fragment the eye self, make fractals, right? From the fractal, it is the exact same thing, but it's only a tiny particles of the whole. So, which means that you only have a limited view of how you can see yourself, right? So, because you are a fractal self and you are wearing the device called the consciousness that allows you to go into sleeping, dreaming state, the I has forgotten the I self, has forgotten from that which the I arise from. The I have fear because this consciousness and all the duality beings, the consciousness beings, they have tricked, they have tricked the I and I, and telling us that we will go to hell if we don't give them our soul. But this is all a lie. They have only been holding us in slavery. All right. So have confidence in the I self. Know that the I is not going to any hell. So where's the I going? So what's happening now is different from what was happening prior to now. What's happening now? Right now that the I self is in alignment, moving all of the I self to restoring the light, to moving to balance. Prior, before this process that's happening right now, when one transition from the body, right, one will be moving around in this world the same way, right? But now you don't have a body. Just like how you live here in this body, all the ones that transition from here, and they are existing same way in this world and in the underworld, the one below the earth, right? They are existing. They're just not wearing a body, right? And so they become invisible to the eye. So they have been here, always been here, you know what I'm saying, been around you, but they were never able to speak the truth to the eye because of all of the dualities prevent them from doing so. They couldn't tell you how the gods torture them and how the God put them in hell and how Jesus is the devil, you know, he's this great deception. Um, so this is how it is, you know what I'm saying? Um, so because all those aspects is the all the I self, you know what I'm saying? So and the gods they do not know that um it is I playing all of these roles because they think that they are superior to us because we are in this body. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is that the false information that has been programmed into I, and so many ones they're having, such a hard time right now. They're losing their family members, and they some want to know, what's going to happen to them when they transition from this body. So that was what was happening prior to now. Now, when one's transition from this body, they're no longer going to those different aspects into the underworld. You see, like how the world is the physical world right now, the manifest where we can see things. Um, you see, you have your clique, you have all the different countries, right? You have someone ruling and governing over them. This is the same way the underworld is. So you have each one of the gods, them, they're ruling a certain aspect in the underworld. And so if you are a follower of Jesus, you go where Jesus is. If you're a follower of Krishna, you go where Krishna is. If you're a follower of Archangel Michael, another archangel, you go where they are. If you are worshiping of Lucifer and Satan and the devil, then you go to where you go hang out with them. So, and it all depends on your mental state, right? So this is what they call hell. Like you're hanging out with the devil and Satan because you're doing hellish things, you're doing horrible things, right? And so this is no longer existing, right? This is no longer existing because what's happening now is that the I Self Supreme is calling all of this I self back onto the I. So all of those self that was playing those characters, now they're moving in alignment, right? And also um, the self is pulling the ego off of some of the self, like amen. At everyone at the end of their prayer, they say amen. Amen is the father self of all of the human beings in the world, right? He is the masculine and his feminine is Aten Ra. So all of the feminine arise from Aten Ra because at this level, all of the selves, um, they are fragmented and fractal. So if from that which you arise, you will return. So all of the masculine will return onto um, men. All of the feminine will return, and the feminine self is the neutron self, and the masculine self are the protons, right? So that's the magnetic self, and the neutron self, right? That is that has no name, that cannot be explained. All right. So that's the feminine aspect of the self that has no name, that can't be explained. So I can't tell you a name. All right. So, but um, in the way we can understand it, it is the neutron self, and it is feminine, and the masculine to that is the proton, and it is magnetic. All right. The neutron self is electric, right? Electrical, and the electromagnetic, um no, actually it doesn't. Sorry about that. That self does not carry any charge. So the electrons are the electric aspect of the self. So it is the aspect of the self that's the giver of the light. Yeah, sorry, that was my mistake. Yeah. So from wherever, if you rise from the masculine, you will return to amen. That's the protons, right? So if you arise from the feminine, you return back to the neutron self, and then the self be unified as one. So the masculine and feminine, the feminine now return back to be one self. So from that which the I arise, to that which the I will return. All right. So no need to worry about no need to worry about about this. That the self, that the I is not going to be able to, that the I is not going to be able to return back from whence the I arise. Because many ones are like so confused right now, and they're losing, their transition of their their family members, and they are like, worried or concerned. And also for the ones who want to know, like, what happened when I transition and leave this body. And so it's a great question to ask the I self, because for myself, I was asking these questions. And so I asked these questions because I wanted to know. And so this was like years ago when I did that. So you have to go through that death experience. When You cannot want to ask the question and not willing to go through the experience. It's very traumatic, you know? So you get to come to the realization that, hey, there is no death for I. You leave this body, because when you go to sleep in the night, when you go to sleep in the night, do you know that it is kind of, you're leaving the body? The only thing is that the cord is still attached to the body. But when you transition from the body, the cord gets severed. And what happens is that there is the sun, yourself, that comes, and because the mind is magnetic, and the sun is electromagnetic, so it comes over your head, and it get the magnets and the electromagnetic, and it pulls it out of, and severed it and disconnect it from the body. So this is when the self can no longer return into the body. So once this happened for you, once that cord has been severed, you can no longer return to the body, right? So when I was asking this question, like, what happened when someone dies? What happened when, when I have to transition from this body? The I self allow me to experience it. I came out of the body, and I was looking at myself. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at myself leaving the body, and I knew I wasn't, I was leaving the body, and I was saying bye bye to all the ones them that, my family selves. And then the sun came, and pull disconnected disconnected the self from the body. And and I was going, and it was when, no, when the self wanted to have me have the experience of it. And then, no, when I was fighting, I to come back into the body, I came back. Now I was wanting to come back into the body. And this was now when, this I took, like, like when a baby is about to take that first breath, to grasp for that air to come back. This was what happened when the self allowed me to come back into the body, and I grasped for that air, that breath, and the self connected me back into the body. Yeah. So this was the experience that I had. I watched myself and watched all of this was happening. But these experiences can be very traumatic for someone's, so but if you want to know, you inquire of yourself, and you can have this experience, so that you can know that there is no death. You know what I'm saying? The eye is just transitioning from this body. And now you can know where that you go. You can know that the sun comes and pull you out and disconnect and sever the cord. You return back onto yourself, from that which you rise, if it's the feminine or is masculine. All right. So um so there has been an alignment with the all of what they call a planetary alignment. It happens all the time, but right now what the self is doing is waking waking up some of the sleeping selves, and turning their light on. And then in the night, when the sun goes down, when the sun goes to sleep, the eye, um they also go to sleep. So now they're kind of waking up, getting some moments of being awake, because they have to fully come awake, where they're not sleeping at all. So now they're kind of like in the state that I am in. So when I go, if I should go like I sit, um, the consciousness will drag me into a sleep. I sleep just like this, sitting up, right? And I go down, right? I am in a sleeping state, but as soon as I wake up, the self is awake. So the difference between myself and all my other selves in the world who are still having the consciousness attached to the baby self, the baby of the self, that's animating the body, we call it the spirit, right? And the self, the real self, we call it the soul, right? That's what we know it as in the world. We came into here and then we have one telling us these names, that we are a spirit, that we have a soul. But this is the I real self. All right. So when one go to sleep, you go to sleep inside of a sleep, that you already inside of a dream, sleeping, and know this, the self is sleeping, the mind goes to sleep again while it's inside of the dream. So this is like you are in a dream, and then while you're in the dream, you're dreaming that you're sleeping. You see what I'm saying? So this is many times you are sleeping inside of a dream. So the I self, that is the, like the earth, the planets, the moon is the consciousness of Ra. We have the Saturn, we have Venus, we have Earth, we have Mars, we have Neptune, Pluto, which they say no longer is a planet, um, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus. All of these now, they're moving in alignment. So the self, that is those existence, remember it is all the I self in these myriads of form playing all these roles. They are sleeping, and right now, what the I Self Supreme is doing is waking up all of the I Self that is sleeping and in the sleeping, dreaming state. So all of what we call the planets, they're waking up, like during when the sun rises, everyone is waking up. And now when the sun goes down, because the sun goes to sleep, right? Then everyone goes to sleep. But prior to that, everyone was sleeping all the time. This too is going to happen for humanity. Humanity is going to wake up, and they're going to move with the sun when you are awake. When the sun rises, everyone is awake. When you go to sleep, you will also go, their self will go to sleep. So right now, everyone has to be moving in alignment. That's what is happening in the existence. With the sun, remember that the I self is behind the sun that we see, the I self is behind it, and is sending the electromagnetic energies, the balance energy, because remember that all the dualities, they are the only magnetic. They have no electrons because their light is being obscured, so they cannot create any light from themselves, right? They are in darkness and they cannot create light from themselves. So right now, the self is moving everyone into balance so that they can now have their light turned on, they can be able to see. And so, this is what is happening. So, when the sun now is turned towards Mars, because Mars and Earth, they are like sisters. They are from the same lineage of self. Um, So that the sun now is now turned towards Mars, so it can wake wake up that self. So this is what's happening. That all the self have to wake up. All the ionized and sleeping have to wake up, and so the sun is doing this. So that's all the energy that is being sent to the earth right now. No one needs to be afraid because I know there's been a lot of proton storm, but it's because all of the self, the dualities, they are the magnetic selves and they are the magnetic energy. This because their light is being obscured. And so when the self is trying to wake them up, they are fighting. That's why we're having so much protons. They call it proton storm because of these selves are doing this. They're fighting with the I self. From the I self is trying to pull the mind, the consciousness off of them so that they can wake up. But there's a fight, there's a battle to make this happen because the consciousness does not want to give up this dream creation that it has created. You know, they want to stay sleeping and dreaming up in their imagination this creation. And the self is trying to wake them up and they are fighting. So this is what is happening. That's why everyone is like, oh, what's happening with the sun? Why all this proton storm? Why this? Why that? But the self is waking up all of these aspects, all of the I in these aspects. Because remember, all aspect of this existence is the I self. Yes, the I is wearing this body, but the I self is animating this body. So is the I self animating all of these planets, all of these existence. You know, so you have to look beyond this limited view of how we are seeing things and know that everything is for the balance and is for our better good because we can't really see the whole picture because we're just a fractal right now. We're just a little tiny particle. You know what I'm saying? And remember fractal carries the aspect of the whole. It's just in a small form and your view is limited. You know what I'm saying? You cannot see. You just have that tunnel vision. And so no one needs to be afraid right now. That you just need to be doing what you need to do, being righteous. Can we be righteous? Can you be a noble human being? Can you be good to your neighbor? Can you be good to the ones in your family selves? All is yourself. Those ones in your family, they are yourselves. Can you be good to them? Can you be kind? Can you care about others? If we can just shift from all of these external things and just see all as oneself, and stop propagating fear and illusions and all of this, and then we can just be good human beings. There's nothing for the eye to worry about. From that which the eye arrives, to that you will return. So, so no need to worry about where you're gonna transition when you transition from here, because you're gonna return back onto yourself. From where you arise from, you will return. But like I said, if you want to know the experience of how it is done and to be in awareness of it, you just have to keep asking the question, because I did that and the self was able to show me and have me experience this also so that I can know what happened. You understand? So go ahead and keep inquiring of yourself so you can know what happened. But yes, so know that the alignment is happening for all the I and I to move into balance. All right. So no need to worry. All right. So no need to call on any of those dualities on Jesus, Allah, Krishna, God, all of those. You just need to remove the device called the mind, the consciousness that the eye is wearing, because the consciousness is the thing that puts you to sleep. The consciousness is the thing, the device that I wears that allow you to play this character, to not see yourself in everyone else. Because just like when an actor doing a movie, right? They have a family, right? A movie family. They are playing a character. They're wearing a costume, right? Some of them you might not even recognize them because Their whole features have changed. They change to fit the character that they are playing. The same thing. We are all playing this character, but it's just one self. This is just one self playing all this character. And can we show kindness to all ourselves? Can we be good human beings? You know what I'm saying? This is where we need to be shifting on instead of focusing on all these other negative things. Just be a good, decent person. Can you do that? You know, because ones are preaching about gods and preaching about saving souls and preaching about all these things, and they are the most horrible human beings. The atrocities they are doing secretly, doing a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's about keeping your body temple pure, keeping your mind pure, you know, and not entertain negative things and negative thoughts, you know. Do this so that the eye can, return to truth. The eye can know truth and have awareness while the eye is in this body, right? While you are in this body, you know. So, anyways, I want to do some vibration today with the ionized because it is very important that the eye is doing the vibrations. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very helpful. Um, so I do vibrations a lot. So we can start off with an affirmation, like, I am not this body. I am not this mind. Now I want you to repeat that. I am not this body. I am not this mind. From that which I arise, to that I return. Now it's your turn to say it. Now let's say it again. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this consciousness. From that which I rise, to that I return. Now it's your turn. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this body. So when you have to transition from this body, no problem. You are just playing a role. You are playing a character. And all of yourselves wearing bodies, right? Say, I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this body. I am not this mind. From that which I rise, I return. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this body. I am not this mind. From that which I rise, to that I return. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. I am not this body. I am not this consciousness. I am not this body. I am not this duality consciousness. From that which I rise, to that I return. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. And now let's do some vibrations, right? We'll start out with the and now we will do and now let's do the Asoham vibration. Asoham. Now it's your turn. Asoham. Awesome. Awesome. Some. Some. Yes, yes, yes. I want to say thank you for joining I in this talk with Auset. So the question was, what happened when the I transitioned from this body? And so I want the I and I to remember that from that which the I arise, to that the I will return. And so it's time to spend the time here and remove this ego false self, um, dissolve this ego so that the I can come into true self realization and come into the understanding that I am not this body, neither am I this mind, this consciousness. This is a duality device that the I is wearing, and so it has to be removed. It is the aspect of the I self that is the delusion, that is the dream, and allow the I to be entranced in the dream. And so once you come to this realization, you know that all is the I self, and it is you playing all the characters inside of this, your dream creation. Alrighty. So I want to thank you so much. Again, I'm going to close out with the song because ones are, concerned about missing their family members, and I did this song for a young person, one of the INI selves that lost the parents, mommy had transitioned from the body, and I had someone also ask me what happened when the eye transitioned from this body. Know that the eye is returning back to the eye um, ultimate true state, because this dream is ending and no longer will this dream world continue once it has all been dissolved. So that we're moving into the process of dissolution of this dream. So we can finally, all of the I and I, wake up from sleeping and, finally come to unification and know that all is one self, and we can just be in harmony with the I self. All right. So let's play this tune for all the INIs who have their loved ones who has transitioned and have gone on to the merger back into from that which the I return, from that which the I rise, the I return. So thank you.
Miss you, mama. Yeah, mama, I miss you, mama. Why you left me, mama? Every day I grieve you, mama. Life's so tough without you, mama. Where did you go, mama? I don't see you anymore, mama. Some days I feel I can't go on, mama. I'm reminded every day that you're never coming back. What is this death thing, mama? What is life, mama? Is there a heaven and a hell, mama? You're strong. I try not to live every day, mama. I miss you, mama. You're strong. I miss you, mama. You're strong. You're strong. I miss you so bad, mama. You know. Miss you so bad, mama. You're strong. Miss your voice, yeah. You're strong. You're strong. Your kiss on my forehead, mama. Your jokes and your laughter, mama. I don't know what I'll do without you, mama. It's really strong. It's too much to bear, mama. You left me so young, mama. Why you left me so young, mama? Rooting you on. I'm here. I'm rooting you on. Can I hear your words of wisdom, mama? I need you right here, mama. I need your words of wisdom, mama. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm always here. I am here. I am here. I'm one with you. I'm one with you. I'm here. Deathless, formless, boundless, limitless, I am. I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm one with you. I am you. I live in you. This form, this life is temporary. identity. With true self curiosity. Open your eyes, open your eyes. See things as they are. Come away from the dream. Come away from the dream. This life, this form is temporary. This life, this form is temporary. Life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. I am one with you. I am here with you. I am always here. I am you. I live in you. I am one with you. I am always here. Come awake from the dream. See things as they are.
Yes, I. Much honor, much honor. I bow to I and I in self, in light, and in truth. From that which I arise, to that I return. From that which I arise, to that I return. I am in command of the commandment command. I am in command of the commandment command. Mind, be still, be still, be still. Be still and know that I am in command. Mind, be still. Consciousness, be still. Consciousness, be still, be still, be still. Be still and know that I am in command. I am in command of the commandment command. I am in command of the commandment command. As I have commanded, so let it be, so it is. I dissolve this dream. I awake from the sleeping, dreaming states. I return to my ultimate true states. All is myself. All is myself. It is I playing all these myriads of characters. It is I, it is I, it is I. All is myself. I am one with all. All is myself, and I am one with all. I alone exist. It is I playing all these characters. Everything that I have created, I demolish. Everything that I have created, I demolish. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. Everything that I have created, I demolish. I am free. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I am free. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I return to my ultimate true state. Much honor, all the I and I's wearing bodies, all the I and I not wearing bodies, all the I and I in alignment to restore balance to I. Victory, victory, victory. All to the I self, one true self, one true pure light primal self in alignment with all the I fractals to restore balance, to return I to I ultimate true state. I am victorious. I am triumphant. I am victorious. I am triumphant. Victory, 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 victory. I bow to all ionized in self, in light, and in truth. Oneself. Go out and be good, decent human beings. Share with all the ionized selves, all the I selves. parent self, all the I self, children self, all the I in every form. Much honor, much light, all the